Hey guys, my name is Kaylin and I work for the Papio-Missouri River NRD. Today we are going to focus our eyes on owls. We'll cover the various species that call Nebraska home, their unique adaptations, and meet a couple of our owl ambassadors up close and personal. Let's start with some of the owls you can expect to find near you. In eastern Nebraska, there are three common year-round residents: the great horned owl, barred owl, and the eastern screech owl. Great horned owls are by far our most common. They are large birds known for their ear tufts and common owl call. Hoo, hoo. This owl adapts easily to various habitats and can be found regularly throughout the entire state. You might even hear their calls in your own neighborhood. Barred owls are a mid-sized owl with a unique "who cooks for you, who cooks for y'all" sounding call. They are smaller than a great horned owl, weighing in around 1 to 2 pounds. They possess dark, nearly black eyes and a barred pattern on their chest, giving them excellent camouflage. They prefer mature forested areas, but much like the great horned owl, they are commonly found in towns and cities where food is easy to come by. On to a much smaller species, the eastern screech owl. These owls are found throughout eastern Nebraska and the state as well, and seem to prefer the suburban areas of town. Our well-manicured lawns and optimal perches to choose from give them an excellent hunting advantage. We will learn more about eastern screech owls when we meet one of our owl ambassadors, Sawyer, later on. Eastern Nebraska is also home to 4 other species of owls, though they are less common and may be seen during a certain season more frequently. The long-eared owl often looks surprised with their ear tufts standing tall. This bird has an orange facial disc, yellow eyes, and a dark, slender body. Long-eared owls need a habitat that offers a combination of open country and thick forested area nearby for nesting. Short-eared owls have very small ear tufts, giving their head a rounded appearance. Short-eared owls go against common owl conventions in that they are diurnal, meaning they hunt during the day. They are one of a few owls that construct their own nest and prefer hunting in short grass. Next, one of my favorites, the barn owl. This owl has a known population in northeastern Nebraska, but is a more common resident in western parts of the state. The barn owl is one of the most unique owls we have. We will learn more about this species when we meet Finn, our other owl ambassador. Lastly, a rare and majestic visitor, the snowy owl. While they are noted as infrequent visitors in Nebraska, in recent years snowy owls have been pushing farther and farther south in search of food. These birds are not easily missed as they prefer to hunt during the day and are easily spotted sitting on fence posts and other perches. Let's meet one of our ambassador birds. This is Finn. Do you remember what species of owl Finn might be? That's right, Finn is a barn owl. Barn owls get their name because they are often found roosting in a barn or other structure similar to that. Barns offer the dark, quiet habitat they prefer, with open grasslands and agricultural fields nearby for hunting. They may also roost in a more natural setting, like a cavity in a cliffside. This is historically where barn owls would have roosted in Nebraska. Barn owls are found almost worldwide and are arguably the most widely dispersed bird on Earth. They are found in North, Central, and South America, as well as Asia, Europe, Africa, and Australia. They've gathered many names such as monkey-faced owl, ghost owl, church owl, death owl, hissing owl, and many more. Barn owls are probably most well known for their heart-shaped facial disc. Not only is it cute, but the shape of the disc aids in their incredible ability to hear, acting as a funnel, directing sounds right into their ears. Though Finn's ears are covered completely by feathers, his ears are one of his greatest strengths. Owls' ears are uniquely positioned on their head asymmetrically. This positioning allows the owl to perfectly pinpoint the location in which the noise is coming from. Some owls, including Finn, have such good hearing they could catch their prey based on hearing alone. Let's check out Finn's diet. One of the easiest ways scientists study the diet of an owl is to dissect an owl pellet. Owl pellets are compacted bones, fur, and feathers of an owl's previous meal. When an owl eats, they eat the entire animal hunted. Their stomachs cannot digest the bones and fur, so those items are formed into a pellet that the owl later regurgitates. Owls are strict carnivores. Wild barn owls prefer a variety of small rodents, such as mice, rats, voles, and lemmings. Though rodents seem to be a favorite among barn owls, they have also been recorded eating small mammals like shrews, rabbits, bats, and small reptiles like lizards and snakes. Finn's favorite are mice and rats. Owls' talons are crucial to successful hunting. They have 4 toes and are typically feathered to provide extra warmth when exposed to the elements. Talons are used not only for striking prey, but also for gripping perches, and for barn owls, grooming too. Finn, like all birds, is covered in feathers. Feathers serve a number of purposes for owls. First, feathers act like a winter jacket, to keep an owl warm, making them appear much larger than they actually are. Second is camouflage. Each species of owl sports a different pattern on their feathers, providing camouflage for their given habitat. Lastly, and possibly most importantly, feathers help birds to fly. Owls' feathers are specialized to allow silent flight. The eyelash structure dampens noise created by the flapping of their wings. Prey are often picked off, unaware the owl is in hot pursuit. Barn owl calls are not what most people associate with owls. Their call is described as a raspy, harsh, drawn-out scream. When disturbed, Finn will even snap his bill to let us know he's had enough. Have you ever heard that an owl can turn its head all the way around? While that isn't entirely true, it is close. Owls have 14 bones in their neck, compared to 7 bones for most mammals, like us, giving them the ability to turn their neck about 270 degrees. Owls have this special adaptation because their eyes are shaped and work very differently than ours. Humans have the ability to roll their eyeballs, scanning a large room without moving our head at all. Owls, on the other hand, have tube-like eyes, providing binocular vision, giving them the ability to focus on depth perception. Give it a try. Take both your hands and make binoculars. You'll notice, in order to see what's around you, you'll have to shift and turn your head, just like an owl. Earlier, I mentioned that Finn is a male owl. Unlike many bird species with brightly colored male feathers, male and female owls look nearly identical. The easiest way to determine gender in owls is to go off size. Generally, like most birds, females are larger than their male counterpart. Finn weighs about 12 ounces, a little less than the weight of a can of soda. Female barn owls can weigh in excess of 16 ounces, or 1 pound. Next, we'll meet Sawyer, our eastern screech owl educator. Sawyer, as you might notice, has a small area of feathers that stick out from his right wing. As a wild owl, Sawyer was involved in a car accident. He didn't look both ways before crossing the highway and flew right into a vehicle. He broke his right wing and hit his head pretty hard, causing some neurological issues. Sawyer was taken to a raptor-focused hospital, where veterinarians amputated a portion of his wing. Both his head and wing injury make flight impossible. Without flight, he is not able to be released back into the wild, as he could easily become a meal for a long list of predators. We are able to take care of Sawyer, and with his help, educate the public on the importance of wildlife and their habitat as natural resources. Due to the nature in which we receive Sawyer, we have no way of knowing his age. As mentioned with Finn, owls become independent very quickly. As owls age, their feathers don't gray, like some mammal fur, nor do they carry a birth certificate with them. We have taken care of Sawyer for 3 years, so we do know that he's at least 4 or 5 years old, but could be as old as 10 to 15. This species can be found statewide in both rural and urban forested spaces. Surprisingly, eastern screech owls flourish in urban, suburban environments. Our mowed lawns and mature trees provide ideal hunting grounds, while our urban location deters larger predators from moving in. These owls are considered cavity nesters, squeezing into small cavities such as that from a fallen branch or woodpecker nesting hole. They will also occupy nest boxes created for wood ducks and other birds. Eastern screech owls might be tough to catch a glimpse of because they are masters of disguise. Their coloration varies from a red morph, like Sawyer, in areas covered in dense, coniferous, or evergreen forests, or the gray morph found more frequently in eastern Nebraska, better camouflaging with the bark of deciduous, leaf-shedding trees in our region. Are your eyes up for the camouflage test? See if you can spot this eastern screech owl hidden in this tree. You got it! He's hiding right here. You might notice this owl is squinting its eyes, another behavioral adaptation to aid in his camouflage. Trees don't have eyes. Opening his eyes too wide might give his presence away to possible prey lurking nearby. Check out Sawyer's ear tufts. Similar to other species, eastern screech owls have ear tufts that aren't actually ears at all. Owls' ears are positioned on the side of the skull, like we discussed earlier with Finn. The ear tufts are feathers that some researchers believe aid in their ability to camouflage, helping break up their rounded silhouette. The eastern screech owl's diet varies geographically and seasonally. Here in Nebraska, late fall through early spring, screech owls' diets are made up of a variety of small rodents. As summer rolls around, bringing in warmer weather, screech owls will eat numerous insects, earthworms, amphibians, small reptiles, and small rodents when available. In the wild, the eastern screech owl's diet is extremely varied. Sawyer's favorite to snack on are small mice. Sawyer weighs in at a whopping 5 ounces, about the weight of a baseball. Like other owl species, the females will weigh more than the males and typically weigh 6 to 8 ounces. Do you hear that? Like barn owls, the eastern screech owl calls also sound different than you might expect. These vocal critters are very social for an owl and can be heard calling back and forth both day and night. The whinny and shrill sound we just heard is more of a conversational call, while the screech call is where their name originates. Let's take a listen. Now that you know what to look and listen for, keep your eyes peeled and ears open for these beautiful birds around Nebraska. Thanks for tuning in. We had a hoot. For more information about the Papio-Missouri River NRD, you can find us on all the social media platforms or by checking out our website at www.papionrd.org.